ESPN, the Total Sports Network, presents the Michelob Light 4-Man Beach Volleyball Tour. Today, the American Beach Volleyball League visits Phoenix, Arizona. In our finals, it's Team Laguna, led by gold medalist Craig Buck, coming up against Team Club Sportswear and Jeff Stork. In the Valley of the Sun, an oasis, the beautiful Point Resort. Welcome, volleyball fans, to Phoenix, Arizona, and the second stop on the Michelob Light Volleyball Tour. Hi, this is Duffy Wilson. Well, sure, it's warm in Arizona. It always is. But it is red hot on the center court. Yesterday, we couldn't even finish the competition. There were so many points scored, we had to start another round this morning. It has been fantastic. Speaking of big heat, let's bring in my big heat here, John Lee. It has been great.
Well, the big heat, Duffy, is not just because of the temperature. It's because of the intensity these guys are playing with out there on the court. And quite frankly, last weekend, you wondered how these Olympic players, these NCAA champions, these international stars would play out here in the four-man format on the beach. Well, that question no longer exists. It's been answered.
No, they've certainly answered the call. Let's talk about it. Speaking of a great star, Jeff Stork has got his Team Club Sportswear out of the semis into the finals.
And he's fulfilling all of the promise that he might have. Jeff Stork is a fabulous setter, one of the world's best, and he's doing it at the net as well. He's blocking and spiking with authority, and that's really one of the differences for club.
And again in the finals, winning the round-robin competition, Craig Buck, speaking of big heat, Team Laguna.
Craig Buck, of course, and they also have a great cast behind him, but part of that cast has been changing and presents a question. Steve Rotman out with an injury. He's hurt his knee. Can Andreas Koch from Long Beach State come in and fill the position? We'll wait and find out.
Well, John Lee, it's going to be exciting. We'll get down to the heat on center court right after this. We'll save your seats.
To you by Michelob Light. It's always smooth, never filling, so why settle for anything less?
First, you have to have desire. And you gotta have one of these. It helps to have a net. And of course, you have to have Volleyball Monthly.
Subscribe now and receive 12 issues of Volleyball Monthly for just $19.95.
And that's all there is to it.
Once you can't stop.
You grab them. You want them. You crunch them. Crunch them, you crunch them. Once you pop,
Pringles.
Can't stop. I can't stop, no. I can't stop, can't stop, can't stop.
Pringles.
Enjoy the pay less difference, smashing rates, and faultless service.
I like to work hard. My play is my work, and my work is my play. So when I have to rent a car, I relax. Thank you, Payless.
Oh, yeah. Driving for something nice. Payless.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona. Our center court this weekend beside the point. But John Lee, not beside the point, is the prize money, $28,000, the total purse.
That's a lot of money, Duffy, but these guys aren't just playing for the money. They're playing because they love the sport that they've found here. This four-man format seems to really be enjoyable for these players.
Now let's look to Team Laguna. They have a change. Andreas Koch is coming out to play for Steve Rotman.
Andreas Koch in for the injured Steve Rotman. His knee had a little trouble, and we hope the injury isn't too severe.
All right, let's go down to the center court, and our announcer, Jimmy Rico, for the introductions of our teams in the final.
Phoenix Open here at the Point, Squaw Peak, Phoenix, Arizona. Introducing the final teams for you. First of all, Laguna Sportswear. Doing the setting for Laguna, a gentleman who won last year's four-man world championships, the EVA Defensive Player of the Year. Please welcome Encinitas, California, Jimmy Nichols. Out of Manhattan Beach, California, former Long Beach State 49er, a gentleman who has 2 years of professional volleyball experience under his belt, outside hitter Andreas Koch. Out of Hacienda Heights, California, a 1988 Olympic gold medalist for the United States of America, two-time national champion at Pepperdine University, Mr. Troy Tanner. The captain of the Laguna Sportswear team, a two-time gold medalist for the United States of America, and a gentleman who is looking forward to representing the USA in Barcelona, Spain in 1992, Big Greg Buck. Laguna's opponents this afternoon in our finals. Club Sportswear. First of all, the little big man for Club, a gentleman who played at UCLA from 1983 to 1987, 1989 U.S. Men's National Team member, Jeff Williams. Another UCLA alumni out of Laguna Niguel, California, a gentleman who has won 2 NCAA titles while at UCLA, also played professionally in Europe over the winter. Please welcome the Clues, Andy Klusman. Out of San Diego State, San Diego, California, a gentleman who, like teammates Stork, played on the national team from 1985 to 1988. Please welcome Big Mark Miller. Introducing the captain for Club Sportswear, the setter out of Pepperdine, 1988 Olympic gold medalist. Please welcome Jeff Stork.
Looking forward to a great final. John Lee, tell us about the round-robin competition between these two teams.
Earlier in the tournament, Club Sportswear defeated Laguna 16-14. That was the first time that they met, and the same team met in the finals of last week's tournament, with Club coming out on top as well.
And now it's even Steven as we go to our finals. Jeff Williams with the first service. Koch with a pass. Nichols, Buck has to reach.
2 up, 3, 3.
Oh, Stork did not have a swing at it, John.
A very nice set, but unfortunately went to the wrong side of the net, and Troy Tanner said, just fine with me, I'll tee off on it.
Yes, he did.
There's the set. It goes outside, but over the net, and Tanner wins that duel.
Tanner working from the right side, gets that side out. We are at zeros. Side out scoring to 15 points, and Troy Tanner to the service line.
Troy is wearing a mouthpiece because he had a little dental problem last week when one of his blockers got him in the teeth, and so he's wearing some protection this week.
Come on, go, go, go.
Oh, a great up by Tanner. He's got the swing. He gets the point.
Point by Troy Tanner.
Troy Tanner needs some protection the way he's going. He's passing, he's blocking, he's doing it all, and even setting the ball.
Yeah, whenever I can get a chance to set, I like to set. And you need, with the big block, you need to have a good set for a guy to take a swing, and I think I can put it out there pretty well.
And Tanner 1-0. Here comes Klusman. Plenty of room.
Very nice hit by Club's answer to Troy Tanner, their right side player, Andy Klusman. A very nice deep hit to the corner.
0-1, and Klusman serving close to the fans. Got a little room for that jump serve. Nichols to Buck. It's still up. And Klusman with a kill.
And that's another shot that's born of his beachy experience. He's got a nice little cut shot from the right side, nothing too powerful, just a spin to the appropriate spot. Klusman with a nice dig up in the air. Stork gives him the outside set. Instead of hitting hard, just a little finesse on that cut shot to the cross court.
Klusman will serve ones. Jump serves, and Koch with a pass. Here comes Andreas Koch answering the call for Team Laguna.
We've got to remember that Rodman was just recently hurt at the very end of the previous game, and Koch is entering the lineup for the first time for Laguna. Can he serve, receive, and do all the things that Steve Rodman did? Well, we're starting to find out just what his abilities are.
He's at the service line now. We're at ones. Stork to Miller with the big roundhouse.
And that's a set that very few people make. Jeff Stork just dropping his right shoulder and feeding that big airborne target, Mark Miller. Here we get a good look at it. Look at how Mark Miller is open and just swings the roundhouse right by Buck to an open spot.
Siding out, and Stork, the captain of Team Club Sportswear, puts it in play. And there quickly, Miller puts the ball away.
There we see Craig Buck getting to know Andreas Koch and exactly what his capabilities are behind him. Buck probably took that ball away from Andreas, not knowing exactly how well he was going to be passing. Here we see a good look at it. Buck passes, and Mark Miller says, hey, I like it up there. Ba-boom.
Well, Andreas Koch is going to have to figure into the formula for Team Laguna. Here in the finals, it's Club 2 and Team Laguna 1. It's early.
The lines are drawn. The stakes are high. The Road Warriors are back. Grand Auto Supply Camel GT, presented by Toyota. World-class drivers like Jeff Brabham and David Jones go wheel-to-wheel for Toyota, Jaguar, Porsche, and others at nearly 200 miles per hour. July 19th, 20th, and 21st at Laguna SECA Raceway. Grand Auto Supply Camel GT, presented by Toyota. It's survival of the fastest.
If you're trying to decide how to paint your house, just ask a professional painter how he might paint his house. With Sherwin-Williams, there's only one paint that's good, and there's only one place you can get it. The pros know. Ask Sherwin-Williams.
Ruben Sierra leads the Texas Rangers Stampede 3 AL West. Joe Carter pilots the high-flying first-place Blue Jays. The Rangers meet the Blue Jays live at 8 Eastern on ESPN Sunday Night Baseball.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, in the Valley of the Sun. And we head down to the Point Resort. Joining us, great crowd of volleyball fans, and Jeff Stork serves 2-1. Moving up on the ball, Tanner from the right side.
Hits that ball off the block, and this club team is really trying to work on Andreas Koch. They're serving virtually every ball to him to see how he's going to bear that burden out here in the finals.
Craig Buck will serve. Ooh. Klusman is very lucky on that play.
Klusman lucky because that was a poor pass in a very troubled position to try and hit that ball. Luckily, it goes just inside of Craig Buck's block. Buck is up there ready for it, but it just slipped inside.
John Lee, sometimes it's better to just be lucky, and Andy Klusman was. Mark Miller is at the service line. Not a lot of room back there for a big guy like that.
There's another nice pass by Koch, enabling the quick offense to materialize, and Troy Tanner takes care of business on the right side.
Andreas Koch is feeling the pressure. He's responding to it. Jim Nichols, Defensive Player of the Year. I think that's how he got the title, Mr. Horizontal.
Well, just watch that man on defense. His anticipation of the ball, his instincts, his reflexes, they're just great in the backcourt there.
We'll get a chance to see him right now as the ball moves back to the other side, and Williams with the hook.
A very wise shot by Jeff Williams. There was a lot of blocking. Instead of trying to power through it, just a little wrist shot down the line, and there was nobody there.
Perfectly placed was Jeff Williams' shot, and now he serves.
Another nice pass by Koch.
Tanner working down the line himself, getting by the block.
Getting that ball high line. When that block moves to the inside to take his favorite cross-court shot, he just works it high down the line, and he's having great success.
Volleyball fans anticipating a great match, as they had a great match in round 4. These two teams went 16-14, John Lee, and Team Club the winner. Here comes Stork, set to Klusman, and he used it all.
Again to the deep corner. Klusman's finding some very fertile ground back there. The defense can't be everywhere back row, and if the hitter can choose his spot, he doesn't have to hit it too hard. He can just go high to the corner. Beautiful shot.
It looked like Tanner might have been playing up a little bit too close, looking for more of an angle. As Klusman serves, he's got that iDig Pro Beach 18 in his hand. That's the official ball of the volleyball tour. Here comes Tanner, right side line. And good.
Another great pass by KARCH. Boy, he's really finding a groove there. When people are just zeroing in on you every single time, it's easy to groove. You know the ball's coming to you, and KARCH is excited about this opportunity he's been given here.
Andreas KARCH to the service line, replacing Steve Rotman just before the finals. We have 3 new players in 2 tournaments, and they're all here on the center court in our finals. Oh, what a shot, John Lee, right to the corner.
Well, there's Jeff Stork using a new shot for him. He's used to the open hand dump that's allowed indoors, but here he develops the knuckle shot. What an athlete. Goes up with a nice little knuckle shot exactly to the corner, right on the line. Boy, Jeff Stork is evolving skills as he plays.
And Stork will serve. Long.
And good teamwork. Everybody's trying to help Andreas integrate into this lineup, and they called it out for him. He let it go, trusted his teammates, and that's the kind of thing that builds to make a team tough.
Andreas giving the signals as he's up at the net. And here comes Stork's set. He goes across to Williams. Williams getting plenty of air. The sand is packing down, John. It's Williams' sand. He's really getting off the ground.
You know, he's not that tall. Just a little over 6'2" or something, but look at him get up. Nice and high over the top of Troy Tanner's hands into the deep middle.
Possibly the fastest arm swing on that court. Mark Miller, service. Nichols goes outside to KARCH, and KARCH answers the call again. KARCH with the put away and the side out.
From the left side.
He doesn't look like he's nervous. He's trying to just concentrate, but boy, you can tell that he says, this is my opportunity. I'm taking advantage of it.
Nichols serves 1-2. And here comes Williams, blocked. Klusman keeps it alive. Williams again. And a block. There goes Nichols, keeps the ball in play. And Miller had plenty of room as Laguna had sucked up on the defense, John.
Well, finally, at the end of that rally, they got a nice pass. Club did. They got the ball up to the net, and that's what makes it work. When the set goes into the right area, now you can run that quick attack, and there's a little back one set, and Mark Miller delivered cross court.
Miller got that side out, and Williams serves 2, serving 1.
That ball hit the net, but we've seen Jeff Williams get a lot of points and get the other team in trouble with his tough jump serve. He and Klusman are both doing a great job of jump serving.
Troy Tanner won the NCAA title in '85 and '86 at Pepperdine, and a couple of NCAA All-American ships. And quickly, Stork.
There we see the pass going exactly to the right spot, and that's the advantage that Jeff Stork gives you. He goes up left-handed, so that means when he goes to set, he's got his left shoulder back, ready to attack. And there we saw him actually pulling up 2 blockers and tooling them both.
Klusman serves 2-1. And it's out of there. You know, these service areas, John Lee, here at the point are short.
And if you're going to try that tough jump serve, you need a little preparation, a little room to move to get that jump. And both Williams and Klusman have missed the last 2 serves. I think they do feel a little bit cramped out there.
KARCH put it in play, and there's Klusman working from his right side. Tanner with a dig. And KARCH, the ball is still up as Stork and Klusman meet at the set.
Well, that's really sad, and that can have trouble for a team because you had a very nice dig by Williams on that and a point opportunity. Here we'll see that dig cross court. Nice up. Now, instead of getting a swing at the ball, they have miscommunication. 2 good setters, but neither one of them got a set at that. Now they're going to talk it over and learn something.
We're tied at 2s, and KARCH will serve. Miller blocked by Buck. The big men get after it in the middle of the net. And on center court, we have a change of sides as Team Laguna is 3 and Team Club Sportswear is 2.
Michelob Light presents 4 on 4. The Michelob Light 4-man volleyball tour. This summer on ESPN.
It takes desire and dedication to break out of the mold of an average body. General Nutrition Centers can help you break the mold. With Heavyweight Gainer 900, just one serving delivers over 900 low-fat calories to help you pack on the pounds and break the mold. Champions Heavyweight Gainer 900, satisfaction guaranteed. GNC, the authority in sports nutrition products.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona and the beautiful Point Resort. Hi, this is Duffy Wilson, along with John Lee, the Big Heat. John, it's close. It's 3-2 Laguna right now.
Laguna's in the lead in their question. Andreas Koch seems to be doing just fine. He's yet to make a passing mistake, and he's hitting fine at the net as well.
Let's get back down to the action on center court.
Play resumes now after the side change. Andreas Koch continues
Andreas Koch at the service line.
Serving 2.
3 serving 2. And here comes Klusman off the back set from Stork. He's blocked. The ball is still up. Nichols sets Koch. He's their gun, John.
There's some definite air battles taking place at the net. We've got Buck versus Miller and Koch versus Klusman. And that time, Andreas Koch, a very nice surprise for Craig Buck. I don't know if he anticipated Koch playing quite this well.
Koch is fired up and fires down. We are at 4-2. Andreas Koch at the service line.
Koch is a little younger than most of these players out here, only out of college for a couple of years, and he brings a lot of enthusiasm to this Laguna team.
Koch, service to Williams. The ball to Stork. He feeds Klusman. Nichols to Tanner. Tanner, the ball is up. Klusman digging. Oh, Klusman's going for a cocktail or something, John.
It looks like he's stopping in to order up a round. It's hot down there. Have a beverage, cool off in between points. Nice effort by Andy Klusman.
And speaking of Andes, it's Koch. 5 serves 2. Laguna is moving. Klusman works up on the right side. The ball is dug over. And here comes Williams. Little soft shot. Nichols has it alive. Koch with the dump. Stork. It looked wide.
Big shot by
I think it was out. Jimmy Nichols was scrambling at his eye right on that rope and saw it go out. Boy, watch how much Troy Tanner does well for this team. He's digging balls, he's hammering, he's blocking. Here we get a look at that spin shot. Judge for yourself whether it was in or out. It's over the top and just wide. Jimmy Nichols was right on it had it been in.
It was way out. Koch is the magic man right now. He is the potion that this team needed as they are up 6-2. And quickly Stork, but he's dug by Tanner. And Tanner ripping from the right.
And there is Tanner again anticipating the dump shot by Stork. I talked about his offensive threat that he brings to the net. Well, Troy Tanner's familiar with that threat. And as Stork goes up and cuts it cross court, there is Troy Tanner. And might as well go to the money in the bank and let Troy swing. Kaboom. Cash that one.
And you see right there, too, John, that Stork was sneaking back to take that angle away from Tanner. Koch is now serving 7-2. Stork goes to Williams. Williams, it was too tight. Blocked.
But I think the block was deflected out of bounds. The ball was off the block and out of bounds. Look at that poor pass, though. It's getting Club in a lot of offensive trouble. And there we see the sock on the foot of Troy Tanner. Looks like a Nike protector. I mentioned the mouth protection that he had. Well, he's also got a stray toe that he knuckled under the sand. Then he strained, and he's wearing that to protect himself.
Craig Buck going deep for that side out. Troy injured himself in training when he came back from Italy. He was working out at the beach, says he's never turned his toe under. John?
There goes the middle set. turning the ball not under but down is Craig Buck with a nice wrist. Kind of showed the cutback. Mark Miller went for the cutback and cross court by Buck.
Buck serves. Laguna dominating as Buck aces to the back line. Certainly miscommunication for Team Club Sportswear on that.
Sometimes you have to work all day for a point and you'd sell your soul for one. Sometimes they come just that easy, as the rope tells the tale.
So easy. Too easy right now is it for Team Laguna as they are running away. On center court, you see the fans saying, come on, Team Club Sportswear, let's go. And we've changed sides at 8-2. John Lee, Team Laguna has scored 7 unanswered points.
Well, I think it's the passing trouble for Club that's really getting them in these problems. It's just making the way easy for Laguna.
Craig Buck with a service, and Stork moves the ball out to Williams. He puts it away.
There's a good pass and a nice set and a nice put away by Jeff Williams. And Williams is one of the men that can solve those problems with his good ball control.
What I bring mostly to this team is tough serving and passing. I like to pass most of the court, and the key of this four-man game is a good pass, because then you can run all 3 hitters and get isolation. And I dig all the time, and we need that with this big block we have. So it's an easy game for me as long as I pass, serve tough, and hit my balls down.
Jeff Williams joining the team off the alternate route, and also Mark Miller. Both of these guys stepping up and going to the starting squad, as we now see Tanner working from the right side and a big hit.
There's Troy Tanner. We see his mouthpiece again. He's got his sock on his injured toe, and there's just nobody that can stop him at the net on that right side. Pass goes up to the right side where Nichols gets a beautiful spot to operate from, feeds Troy Tanner, and boy, that's a nice meal he's getting out there.
Nichols will serve. Stork moving the ball to Williams and does not hit the ball over.
Okay, a nice set outside. We've got a one-on-one situation for Williams, but he hits it right into the top of the tape.
Point, Team Laguna, 9 serving 2.
Here we'll see that again. We get the good pass that we're after. Stork set that ball from Mark Miller with a nice fake to detract Buck, but one-on-one outside was not enough because Williams just hit it into the tape.
Nichols serves. 9-2. Here comes Klusman. He's blocked. It's still up. Williams with a great scramble. It bounces over John Lee. And Tanner just puts it away.
Hey, Troy Tanner, behind that mouthpiece, he's got a big smile because everything is going his way. The ball bounces up to him, gives him a nice set. There's the up here. We see Williams churning, and that's what he's got to do. His quickness is fantastic. Bounces on the tape. Troy is right there. And then big Craig Buck sets that ball. He's 6'8", but he's got a very nice touch. And bye-bye cross court by Troy Tanner.
Team Club Sportswear with a timeout. They're going to talk it over. Maybe they're discussing who they're going to send the thank you card to for the great time we've had here at the Point Resort. Thank you very much, Bob Gosnell. Speaking of the fun we've had, before we go to break, let's take a look at some of the fun we had yesterday, the beauty pageant.
First, you have to have desire. And you got to have one of these. It helps to have a net. And of course, you have to have Volleyball Monthly.
Subscribe now and receive 12 issues of Volleyball Monthly for just $19.95.
And that's all there is to it.
Red Devil enamel. You can always count on its durable finish. Harder than ordinary paints, its beauty lasts and lasts. Red Devil enamel for the finish of a lifetime.
I scream, you scream. We all scream for ice cream. We all scream for ice cream. Thank you. Hershey's chocolate syrup.
See great athletic feats at the U.S. Olympic Festival, starting Saturday afternoon, live on ESPN.
Back again at the Oasis, the Point Resort in Phoenix. Duffy Wilson along with the Big Heat, John Lee. John Lee, Team Laguna is rolling. It's 10-2.
And how about Troy Tanner? Like, he is hitting with abandon out there, just hammering from that right side position. They're not stopping him ever.
Well, let's go back down there and see if Club can get back in this thing. Jim Nichols at the service line. 10 looking at 2, and the fans are saying, come on.
Well, this is the same Club team that defeated Laguna in the finals last weekend. Serves like that are going to make it possible again. You've got to keep that pressure on a team when you've got them down.
Jeff Williams at the service line, and he will serve 2, looking at 10, John.
We see the sand sticking to these players. They're very sweaty, and the ball gets sweaty, too. So we see one of the attendants drying off the ball, so it'll be ready for play.
Great seats for the fans here at the point as Jeff Williams eyes that jump serve, tosses it high, and here comes Team Laguna. Buck can't get a swing at it. Nichols says, well, I'm going to the money man, Tanner. And right there, Stork can't keep it in play.
And Stork gets a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds. Things were going much, much better for Jeff Stork earlier in this tournament.
Side out. I think it's a little bit of everything. We're blocking pretty well. I think we're siding out okay. And every now and then, Millie comes up with a great block. Willie's playing some good defense and hitting in transition real well.
Well, they're going to have to return to those days of yesteryear.
And he talked about Willie and Millie, Mark Miller and Jeff Williams.
Tanner with the mouthpiece in and service. Klusman, and Williams gets the swing. It's off the block. The Gopher going for it. Nope.
Well, look at that intensity. I think Laguna can kind of sense the end coming, and there's KARCH diving and churning, Jim Nichols diving and churning, and that's going to turn into points if they keep that spirit up.
It has paid off so far. Klusman will serve. Klusman to Tanner, and KARCH gets a swing at it this time. Everybody's been going to Tanner. This time, KARCH finally gets back in the game.
Well, the ball goes outside, but you can bet this next set is going to be going right back to the money man, Troy Tanner.
Club, 3 serving 10.
We see a nice pass. Ball going outside, a nice 4-set. That wide one's called a 4-set. The line is open. KARCH picks the right direction, just cuts it a little bit too far out of bounds.
A point for Team Club Sportswear. 3 serves 10. Klusman in the first row. Nichols goes back set to Tanner, and Williams can't dig the ball.
They had a little trouble going to the left side. The KARCH go right back to Tanner where the money is. And the nice 5-set. That back set is called a 5, and that's what is getting a lot of mileage for the Laguna squad.
KARCH waiting at the service line. Miller waiting at the net.
Frown on Mark Miller's face. He was very happy at the end of their victory last weekend, and he wants to revisit some of that joy this week, but he's going to have to turn things around at the net against Buck.
We are looking at the same 2 teams in our second week. It's Team Club Sportswear, and then you read Team Laguna Sportswear as Andreas KARCH puts the ball in play. Klusman passing to Stork, and Stork goes to Willie, and Willie goes well.
There's the good pass. Perfect pass up there to Stork. Feeds it to Williams, and Williams hammers that ball cross court. He's got a great arm swing and a great explosive jump. Look at that middle detained by Mark Miller's fake 1-set, and KARCH unable to dig that ball.
Jeff Stork, 3 times an NCAA All-American with the Waves. A lot of waves on the court here in Phoenix, and Jeff Stork at the service line. KARCH with the pass. Nichols sets Buck. He can't swing away. Tanner ripped Klusman. And Williams, as Nichols pulls a gopher routine, but he can't get there.
Well, Nichols is scrambling on the sand, but there was no getting to that ball by Jeff Williams. He went up, showed them arm swing. By that I mean he goes up and pretends like he's going to swing, gets his shoulder back, and freezes the defense. There's the great dig by Klusman up to the net. Mark Miller gets it up. The nice bump set. Williams goes up, shows them arm swing, and just cuts it with his wrist. Very nice finesse on that ball.
Dr. Clouseau doing a little work, a little surgery, as it were. A lot of great players on the tour, and John Lee, 3 of them are doctors on Team Speedo. The doctor is in. It's Bill Stetson.
And he sets for that team with some surgical precision.
Sets. I thought you were going to say something about bones. Mike Blanchard, a doctor of chiropractic.
Well, that's right. And he can cure those bad backs that just about every player has to deal with.
And a player on his team, Mike Fitzgerald, has a bad back. Gary Sato is studying chiropractic care. Back to center court. It is 10-4. Team Laguna, Team Club is getting back in it. The folks are getting into it. The fans are having a great time at the Point Resort. The I-dig ball. Pro Beach 18. It's in the air. Stork puts it in play. Pass from Andreas Koch, and Koch with a swing. Where'd it go? There it is. Back up to Tanner. Williams. Klusman, and Williams puts the ball away.
Jeff Williams with a mighty strong attack from the right side this time, not his traditional left side position. And Club seems to be putting it back together emotionally. There comes a nice pass. And the right side attack by Williams. Thunder.
And Williams makes that side change happen at 5-10. Team Club's coming back. Team Laguna still on top.
Michelob Light presents 4 on 4. The Michelob Light 4-man volleyball tour. This summer on ESPN.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at ringside for the fight card of the century. Over 40 of the greatest bouts ever. Now you can get ringside seats to this illustrious event. Sports Illustrated proudly presents history's greatest knockouts video with knockout commentary from Mike Tyson. And the video is free with your paid subscription to Sports Illustrated. Witness one of the greatest fights of all time, the Thriller in Manila. See one of the best knockdown drag-out fights in middleweight history. Watch Sugar Ray get his revenge in the unforgettable No Mas fight. You Rocky Marciano in his classic comeback against Jersey Joe Walcott. See Larry Holmes proudly and defiantly defend his heavyweight title. And you'll be knocked out when you hear that the video is free. Yes, history's greatest knockouts video is free when you subscribe to Sports Illustrated, the magazine that gives you jolting photos, hard-hitting stories, and the no-holds-barred truth week after week. And only Sports Illustrated gives you exclusives like the football preview issues and the 92 swimsuit issue. Call today and you can get it all at savings of over 55% off the cover price. You'll get 23 issues for 3 easy monthly installments of $9.99 each. For faster delivery, use your credit card. Call now and witness the fight card of the century. Watch Foreman at his best and Lewis in his prime.
The left to the jaw by Lewis, pressing right to the jaw, and Khan slowly goes to the canvas.
See the infamous Phantom Punch and this famous welterweight title fight. Call today and see host Mike Tyson become the youngest fighter to ever win the heavyweight crown. Call to order or renew today. Use your credit card. Get knockout savings on Sports Illustrated and get history's greatest knockouts video free.
We are back in Phoenix. That water reminds me, I almost drowned, John Lee, trying to get to my room. I had to swim through 5 pools. 2 of them were Olympic pools. Tough out there. Tough on Jeff Stork. 5, looking at 10.
Let's go. 1.
It's in play. Oh, Buck. No luck.
Well, it didn't stay in play for long as Miller and Klusman collaborated to stop Craig Buck at the net there.
6 serving 10.
There's KARCH scrambling, a nice pass, but two blockers. That's nice anticipation by Klusman, who closes that block with a big left hand. Kind of a pseudo-Kong block.
Klusman reaching out and taking that away. Stork serves 6-10. And here comes Troy Tanner. It's still up. Klusman. Williams. Stork with the attack.
Nice up by Jimmy Nichols, too.
Here comes Andy Klusman from the right side. Shoots long. And Nichols keeps the ball alive again. Miller battling Buck. This is it right here as Williams. It's still in the air, John Lee. And now it's down.
The crowd is loving this action. That ball stays in play in this four-man format. And finally, you've got to be strong to end one of these rallies. There goes the deep knuckle by Williams. Nichols is there. Gets it up. Mark Miller with plenty left to end that rally for the stuff block.
We have a timeout as Jeff Stork raises his hands above his head, rallying his troops back here in the finals in Phoenix. John Lee had the chance to talk to Jeff on World Class. It's Stork on setting.
You spend most of your time playing indoor volleyball, 6-man, and now you find yourself out here in the sand playing this 4-man brand of volleyball. It's kind of a new experiment. How do you like it? Are there any differences?
Yeah, I like it a lot. As you can tell from my tan, I don't get out in the sun all that much. Italy is not real warm. But the differences are, quite simply, there's 2 less players per team. The speed of the offense is not as quick on the sand, just for the elements. The sand slows people down. You have to deal with the wind a little bit when you set the ball. The sun, I don't know, every now and then the sun might get in your eyes and you'll throw a ball or something like that. But other than that, you're still running a quick set. You're still running the balls to the outside. It's more or less the same.
Do you think setting is the most complex role on the team?
Mentally, yes, just for the fact that you have to run your team. If you don't play well, it affects all the other 5 players. I started out being a hitter-setter, and the hitting, I like hitting. Setting is the brains. You always have to concentrate when you set because you have to design the offense against a defense. You have to have the ability to keep concentrating, and when you play as many matches as I do during the year, it's a mental stress, and so I'm not sure I like it all that much. I do it because that's what I do best.
There's thousands of young players across the country that have ambitions of being setters, and what would you suggest to them as they're trying to aspire to some of these setting skills that you've developed?
It's really important to set. Play as many games as you can and set as much as you can. I'm not a real big believer in a lot of strength exercises for setting. I think setting is fine within itself. If you set 1,000 balls, that's probably the best thing that you can do.
Speaking with Jeff Stork just recently, he said he has every intention of setting for your U.S. Olympic team in '92.
And that's great news for the U.S. hitters, because Jeff Stork, the world's best, simply sets nectar.
And he's serving. 7 looking at 10, John. Here comes Troy Tanner from the right side. Klusman keeps it alive. Williams pushes it up. Stork takes the swing. There's a setter, Craig Buck, to Andreas KARCH. KARCH angles wide.
It was a nice set by Craig Buck. And KARCH swinging that cross-court angle, but taking it a little wide. You might want to just keep that ball in that situation. There's only 1 blocker up. No reason to go for that much cross-court, and the ball carries wide out of bounds.
Stork at the service line, 8 looking at 10. KARCH with a pass. And there's Buck. He can't get his swing. Williams keeps the ball up. Miller and Stork colliding on their side.
Troy Tanner closing that block with Craig Buck to prevent that point. That was a point opportunity and a big one for Club.
And a big side out for Craig Buck as they stop the rally. 10 serves 8. Stork Klusman.
That bad pass leads to an offset. And a Troy Tanner put away. Boy, Troy is doing the job again on that right side. That bad pass, though, is what got Club into trouble and got Laguna one step closer. There's the nice set outside by Buck. Tanner with a nice snap, and Stork can't handle it.
Buck at the service line. 11-8. Side outscoring to 15 points. Team Laguna at 11. Klusman passing the ball. Stork set outside to Williams. He gets the line.
He also gets a piece of Troy Tanner's hand, and that's a perfectly good technique. Go up there and try and hit high off of someone's hand. That ball will deflect in strange directions and be undiggable in the back row.
Miller, 8-11.
Trouble!
Koch with the pass and the opportunity. Williams keeps it alive. Diving into the court side is Klusman.
You know, Koch got himself into trouble with that off pass, but then banged his way out of trouble on that outside set.
11 serving 8.
Nichols at the service line. 11 serving 8. He floats service to Klusman. Up to Stork. Miller. Nichols digging for it. Can't reach it, John.
Well, Nichols has a lot of responsibility on defense. He's got the whole court to cover, and he's also leading his team in the setting position.
Well, I'm trying to set to the right people, the people that are hitting hot at that time, and at the same time trying to make some good defensive plays in the back. You know, get some balls up so that we can get some points in transition.
And Jim has been doing a great job getting points in transition. One of the reasons why his team is in the lead. Williams serves. Long.
He's going for it with that jump serve, though. That's the way to bang yourself back in there. But just a foot less. I'm sure he'd loved it. Just take a foot off of that serve.
And now Troy Tanner will serve 11-8. Klusman working the ball to Stork, and Williams from the left side shoots long, John.
Williams, after that poor jump serve, does the exact same thing. Hits the ball way out of bounds on the left side. He's shaking his head. He'd like to live those moments over.
Well, we're going to change sides on the center court here as Jeff Williams makes a little mistake into a big point and a side change at 12-8. The Point Resort folks are loving it here in Phoenix. Thank you very much to CE Sports and Entertainment. Another great tournament for Michelob Light. The four-man beach volleyball tour in Arizona. It's 12-8.
Home Shopping Club, where celebrities feel right at home.
Vanna Fragrance, Vanna Dolls, terrific fashion, jewelry, and lots more. It's my Vanna White collection, only on Home Shopping Club.
Hi, I'm Robin Leach. Now, you can afford your dream vacation because you don't have to be well off to be well traveled with Home Shopping Travel Club. It's how the smart shopper travels.
Home Shopping Club. Great bargains, guaranteed.
The lines are drawn. The stakes are high. The Road Warriors are back. Grand Auto Supply Camel GT, presented by Toyota. World-class drivers like Jeff Brabham and Davy Jones go wheel-to-wheel for Toyota, Jaguar, Porsche, and others at nearly 200 miles per hour. July 19th, 20th, and 21st at Laguna SECA Raceway. Grand Auto Supply Camel GT, presented by Toyota. It's survival of the fastest.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona, and the Point Resort. This is Duffy Wilson along with John Lee. John Lee, it's 12-8 down there right now. Laguna just got a point back. Can Club stay in this?
Club is scrapping, and they've got the momentum back in this game. Laguna wants it badly, though. Will they come out on top? Let's find out.
Yeah, let's go back down to the center court and see the action.
12, serving 8.
Back to service we go. Ball to Klusman, and Stork pushes it across to Williams. There's Koch. Stork keeps it alive. Williams keeps it alive. Oh, that is not going to work. Miscommunication, John.
So there is an example of a transition set, and there was poor communication between Buck, who expected Jim Nichols to set one of the outside hitters. His outside hitters have been hot. I'm sure that Buck anticipated him going wide with the set.
Klusman at the service line. 8 serves 12. Koch to Nichols, and Tanner works hard off the right side.
There's that outside hitter doing a job, and a perfect pass by Andreas Koch.
Andreas Koch with the serve, 12, serving 8.
There's that perfect passing form right up to the net, and that's when your offense works. A blocker a little late getting outside. Troy Tanner banging through the seam.
Team Laguna's Andreas Koch serves. Little floater, and Klusman with a tough pass. Williams with a tough hit.
A tough hit, but it looks like it didn't touch the blocker. Went right off the tape. When they passed that ball, that was their 4th contact, says Tim Wetzel. And you know, Duffy, it's been a long 2 days of volleyball out here in the sand, and Stork is a little late getting to that ball, but gets it out to Williams, who jumps, but he's just not elevating as he's been previously. Hits that ball right into the tape.
It's crunch time on the center court as Team Laguna is at 13-8. It has been a long weekend, and a lot of the ball being played on the center court has been played by Waves. Pepperdine University, especially Team Spikeline. 4 members of the team. Bob Stavertlich, the captain, all Waves.
And all these fantastic players have gone on to national team and international play, all from Pepperdine. That's why Pepperdine's been one of the leading programs in the country for quite some time.
Marv Dunphy, the coach, of course. And back to the center court we go as Andreas Koch at the service line. We return at 13-8.
And what a debut it's been for Andreas Koch.
His first final, his first game, the final. And they are moving towards the win. A big block there. Klusman keeps it alive. Stork pushes it back up. And Tanner's in position to put the ball away.
Well, there we see Club scrambling and Jeff Stork making a very rare error as he sets the ball over the net, and Troy Tanner taking advantage of it.
Team of Sportswear has played 4 games today. In their 4th game, Laguna only 2, John.
And we see him getting up slowly, and it's hot out there, Duffy. You know, over 100 degrees, and these guys are putting out the deep sand. It's taking a toll.
We'll be back to our center court. We're at point. Team Laguna 14, Team Club Sportswear 8.
First, you have to have desire. And you got to have one of these. It helps to have a net. And of course, you have to have Volleyball Monthly.
Subscribe now and receive 12 issues of Volleyball Monthly for just $19.95.
And that's all there is to it.
I'm Mark Sosin of ESPN Saltwater Journal. Each week, we take you with us as we explore the very beautiful but fragile marine environment. Increasing pollution in the form of plastic trash and chemicals threatens to destroy oceans and estuaries. Clean water is essential for our very existence. Please join me in protecting and preserving our water resources. You can make a world of difference.
Why should you watch ESPN's Friday Night Baseball? Why ask why? Try ESPN's live Friday night doubleheader. You're watching ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Welcome back to Phoenix, Arizona and the Michelob Light 4-man beach volleyball tour. We are at the point. Hi, girls. And we are at championship point, John Lee. Andreas Koch at the service line, 14, serving 8.
Okay, play resumes now. Point game on the line. Andreas Koch to serve.
Laguna looking for the win, their first win of the season. Club already the champions last week in San Diego. Williams ripping the side out.
A nice outside set by Stork and a big pressure put away by Jeff Williams. Hit that ball right back to the corner. That's a nice spot to swing at.
One side out, many needed, John Lee. Jeff Stork will serve 8-14.
Well, there is no quit in any of these club sportswear players. They are tough competitors, and they've been scrapping out there, and they're still at it.
Stork puts the ball in play. Koch passing the ball up to Nichols, to Tanner. Hits and is blocked on the play.
He's blocked, but I think Jeff Stork carried into the net. I think he touched the tape with his forearms as he was piking over the net to try and turn that line hit in.
A very, very difficult call to make at this point of the game. Tim Wetzel making that call. And he gives the ball to Craig Buck for championship point. Here we go. It's Stork setting Klusman. John Klusman goes wide. Our champions here in Phoenix. It's Team Laguna.
Well, there's some happy players. Look at him. Andreas Koch with an ear-to-ear smile. He's the happiest man out there.
He's the luckiest man out there. He plays the game. He's in the finals, and he's got the big paycheck.
He gets a piece of paycheck. Yes, he does.
Coming up, folks,
there's Craig Buck serving that point game ball. Klusman with an uncharacteristic poor pass. A nice hittable set by Stork, but Klusman a little out of sync. Cuts that ball way out of bounds.
An exciting weekend of competition as Team Laguna evens the score on Team Club Sportswear. Champions here, and we'll be back with John Lee and our winners right after this.
First, you have to have desire. And you got to have one of these. It helps to have a net. And of course, you have to have Volleyball Monthly.
Subscribe now and receive 12 issues of Volleyball Monthly for just $19.95.
And that's all there is to it.
Adios, amigo! Only one man is crazy enough to pull a stunt like this. Only one man is crazy enough to go after it.
You pull a cord!
Patrick Swayze.
Nah, you pull it! 6 seconds!
Keanu Reeves. Point Break. Rated R. Starts tomorrow at theaters everywhere.
Brought to you by Michelob Light. It's always smooth, never filling. So why settle for anything less?
The Point Resort in Phoenix, Arizona, the Michelob Light 4-man beach volleyball tour. John Lee's down on center court with our
Congratulations, team captain Craig Buck. Was it ever in doubt?
We like to think not, but I think it was at a point. Troy, the MVP of this tournament, and a great team effort.
What were you doing right out there, Troy? How'd you feel?
When the sets are there, you just go ahead and swing away, so it felt pretty good.
Who was setting you that ball?
This little knucklehead right here.
Knucklehead over there. Jimmy Nichols. Did you have fun setting that ball? You had some hammers out there to feed.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. Having good hitters helps you out a lot.
Who was that new hitter I saw out there for you?
Andreas Koch, right here, the main man.
Weren't you nervous at all out there, Andreas? I mean, good gosh, you're out here just pulled in from the sideline, no problem?
Just a lot of nervousness there. Steve Rodman with the injury there. They called me in for last game and came right in there and did the best I could.
Playing like a veteran. Congratulations, guys. Great job.
All right. Good job, guys. Right on.
Thank you very much, John Lee, and congratulations to Craig Buck's team. Of course, Team Laguna winning again here in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's look at the standings here in Phoenix. In 5th place this weekend, Doug Partey's team, Team Speedo. In 4th place, the team captained by Gary Sato, Team I Dig. In 3rd place this weekend, Bob Stavertlich's team, Team Spikeline. In 2nd place, you saw that great match, of course, Club Sportswear, captained by Jeff Stork. For John Lee, this is Duffy Wilson. Volleyball fans, join us next time. We're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio, the home of rock and roll.